Alright, welcome back to Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. In this video we are still just making our way through Life is Destroy. We're still in the kind of the good, easy breezy part of this level. And I did look it up just to see if I'm crazy or if I'm just bad at this game, but it does seem like the common sentiment is that the thing that they introduce into this level that makes it annoying is annoying for everybody and not just for me. So I'm glad that that's a thing. There's a lot of like alternate paths to take in these little areas. You know, you'll get some nice secrets if you go to them. Sometimes, not all the time, but usually you get like an Azteca stone or a Unreal Engine logo. So it's worth kind of trying to find out, you know, figure out your way out of here. But then also taking alternate paths. I did finally just get the limited run No More Heroes 1 and 2 in the mail. I probably made a video about it. They are gigantic. I did not expect them to be this big. I really figured I'd just be able to put them on my shelf next to the other No More Heroes games that I have. I shall not be able to do that, clearly. So that is pretty... that's dicked up. But they are very cool little collections. I enjoy all the stuff that comes with them, the soundtracks and posters and stuff like that. I think it's pretty neat. So yeah, I mean, it's a puzzle, but it's not really, you know, it's not a brain buster, I would say. Almost there we go, yay. I mean, I probably would have been able to finish that quicker if I wasn't an idiot, so I would imagine someone who is not an idiot would probably have a better time of it, perhaps? God, he's such a weeaboo. There's no reason to say that. Itadakimasu. So yeah, you do get like kind of a, I don't remember if I go through it in the trailer next time we go back, but there's a ramen blog that talks about each ramen, gives you kind of a little synopsis of it, but yeah, the ramen shops still, I don't really quite understand as opposed to the bathrooms because they're basically the same thing. I don't think I've talked about it yet, but I think it's a really cool idea to have all the enemies in the game be bugs. Like, they're literally just bugs in the video game. I think that's a nice little thing. And when I first heard about this game, I'm going to say I had a completely different idea of what this game was going to be. I kind of assumed when they said, okay, it's going to be a game where Travis goes into different indie games. And you know, we're partnering up with other bigger companies that have made indie games like Hotline Miami and Shovel Knight and stuff like that. I assumed that it meant like each level was going to be different because you were literally going to be going into like Hotline Miami. It would be a top-down thing where you go into a house and you beat people up. Or there would be a Shovel Knight level that was a side-scroller where you used, you know, the beam katana, stuff like that. And I think that's probably, honestly, what they should have done. I don't think it would have fit into the narrative that Suda wanted to tell for this game. Which, you know, I appreciate this story, I think, above all else in this game. And how it is an insanely personal story for Suda. It's a very personal Suda story. But yeah, I think it would have been cool to have different styles each level instead of, you know, it's all basically the same thing, just with a few minor gimmicks per level. And I think going into, like, physically going into actual, like, other games and switching up the gameplay style, I think would have been cool. And the graphics, like, you know, you could do, like, pixel art for a level, you can do 3D in a level. You know, I think that would have been, a pretty cool little thing there. I think you could have done that. Oh, my phone almost just fell, sorry. I don't know why I make those weird noises. I do that when I'm driving, too. Very strange. Case 5. Also, I'm gonna blow it a little bit here. I'm gonna just ruin something. This ends at case 9, which is... it makes no sense to me. Just end it at 10. Please. So here we go. Here's where they introduce the thing that makes this way more annoying than it should be. I don't know what this thing's called. It literally has no name. But this thing is going to be following you the entire time through the levels now, making just horrible noises, which sound great. They're really great noises, I have to say. This is a really well-designed enemy. But if this thing touches you, it is an instant death. It doesn't, like, suck your life away little by little, which I think it maybe should have done instead of just instantly killing you. But yeah, it's constantly coming for you. Even in this section, if you're not careful, you're going to get hit by it. Which I was very scared that I was going to get hit by it there, because it looked like that attack was going to lead into its mouth. But yeah, they go easy on you in this first one. You don't really have to do much puzzling, except for right here, which really shouldn't be an issue. This is a bit of a risky move on my part, is going down in that area there and cornering myself, basically. If you get cornered, you're probably done. You are most likely donezo, and you really don't want that to happen. So I'm just checking my level up, seeing if I could do anything. Just not enough. I don't know if I picked up... oh yeah, I did pick up a new one. This is the Destroy chip. It is pretty useless. I don't think I ever tried this one before. So this was my first time trying it out, and it is very useless. I figured it would put a wall around Travis. Like, there are a few games that do that, where it'll give you, like, a shield, and then you'll be able to kind of attack other enemies, but they won't be able to attack you, at least for a couple hits. It literally just shoots out a wall, and it is a stationary wall, so you can move away from it, and it doesn't really do much. I haven't had any success with this so far, so I probably won't be using this again. Yeah, see, I just used it there by accident, too. I really was not expecting just a stationary wall to pop up, honestly. I don't know why, but that was not what I was expecting. Sometimes it's just rooms with nothing in them, and I really just don't understand what that's for. I mean, sometimes in the game we'll get to it, but you do revisit levels if you want, like, completion in this game. So sometimes there's going to be a reason that there's just an empty room, because it's for later on. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Put something in that room. That was overkill. You really didn't need to do that. Yeah, if you see one of those skull guys, you probably want to check the rest of the room, just to make sure there's not another one, because when there's one, there's usually a second one. And you don't want to be fighting all the enemies, not realizing that there's one of those enemy spawners, you know, in the room, and then just keep fighting, you know, all respawning enemies over and over and over again. So yeah, these guys are kind of annoying just because they disable your skills. I don't really love that. I could do without that. And, you know, one thing I will say I found a lot is that if you knock an enemy out of bounds, like through the enemy door, it just counts it as a kill, which I think is nice because, you know, there's no way that you can go out and get that guy. So, we got another sheep man here. So again, the sheepmen are kind of... they're always like the mid-bosses in the levels. I don't remember if they ever deviate and if there's ever not a sheepman in the level. But I think there's one in every single level. They're, I think, personally more annoying than the actual bosses themselves, at least for the most part. So, that is, in fact, a thing. This guy's not really that bad, though. I think he's one of the least bad ones, but they all have this attack where they just knock you up into the air, and you have, like, a really ridiculous recovery time, and I do not appreciate it. I really must say. It's this attack. It's just not good. The recovery time of that is insane, and he can just keep doing the attack, too. So, I'm not a big fan of the sheepmen. Okay, see ya, dude. You're gonna wanna try and kill you now. And that one was, like, so... like, that one barely gave me any time. One of my favorite things about the soundtrack in this game is that, like, you can hear there they just did the No More Heroes theme very, kind of, I would say, a little subtly. They definitely know when and how to use the No More Heroes theme in this game, because this isn't, it's not really a No More Heroes theme, but you still do hear it occasionally. It's used very sparingly, and whenever you hear it, you're like, oh my god, there it is. It feels like a big moment, I feel like, whenever they use it. And I think that's cool, the way that they were able to do that. There's one use of it in particular that is absolutely god tier, and I cannot wait to get to it. Unfortunately, it will probably be in the very last video that we do. So, that's not optimal, maybe. So this is when they're really going to kind of throw you right into the deep end of the Big Blue Headman. Big Blue Headman is his name. BBHM, Big Blue Headman. I've seen a lot of people call him Dr. Manhattan, and I guess that's it's accurate. It's not inaccurate, I suppose. But, I don't think he really has a name, unfortunately. I honestly do love the noises it makes. Because it's just so weird. And, I don't think Suda has ever really done just a straight, like, horror game. Just a horror game. I think a lot of creators like this, like Kojima and Suda, who make games that have sometimes scary elements in them, would make fantastic horror games. Like, Killer 7 has some kind of weird horror stuff in it, but I wouldn't call Killer 7 a horror game. You know, like Metal Gear Solid, all throughout the games have some weird kind of horror stuff in them, but I don't think anyone would categorize Metal Gear Solid as a horror. And I think both of those directors would be great in just doing, like, just a straight-up horror game, which is another reason why PT getting canceled is such a heartbreak. You know, I think he would have absolutely nailed that. And, I think, I feel like Suda would probably be a better horror director than Kojima, but I would like to see both of them try it at one point. I'm stuttering so much. It's because I'm excited. I'm excited to be playing this video game. Yeah, this is a huge pain in the ass. But, you know, you can just kind of do it. I think I just say fuck it here and run into this house. Even though there's still more to explore in this area. Do I? No, I explore more. I forgot. But yeah, it is not at all convenient to be doing this. It's a very Twin Peaks sounding noise, I have to say, on this weird little guy. Oh, did I just fuck up? No, I did not. Ooh. Skirting that guy. That was not a good feel there. And I don't know why I keep doing this. Why do I keep, like, just cornering myself? That's not good. It does not feel good to watch. That's the music. That's how the music sounds. It goes doodly ding 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 diggity ding 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 ding. We love to see it. This is a big old garbage house. I don't know what happened here. This place did not seem good in the first place. Okay, so this is the worst enemy in the game that can suck my ass. My entire ass. And I think the only reason I don't like these guys is because I've talked before about how I don't like that this game stores inputs. So I go to hit them twice. I probably hit the button at least more than once, definitely, when I'm hitting them. But those enemies burrow underground and like almost instantly come back up and attack you. We're probably going to see that here a lot more. So when I'm hitting them, I'm going to attack them, and it's going to store the input, so Travis isn't going to move. He's going to keep attacking. Those guys are going to burrow underground while I'm attacking them. While underground, I'm going to be attacking, and still they're going to come up and they're going to hit me while I'm attacking still. And it sucks. So it's very annoying fighting those guys. I do not appreciate them. They are 100%, without a doubt, my least favorite enemies in this entire game. And it wouldn't be so bad if the game just did not simply store your inputs. Nothing else in there? Just a nice TV, I guess. Okay, so that little hand that comes down and takes away your LB score, I cannot figure out what that's saying. It just kind of goes like... Burp, boom. For the longest time, it sounded like ketchup to me. It comes in and says ketchup. But it also sounds like it's saying bitchin'. And if I had to put money on it, I would say it's probably actually saying bitching. But I don't know. There's no way to know. So we are coming up on the end of this video now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video where we progress through Life is Destroy. I think there's 2 videos left in this level? Yeah, I think 7 and 8 are the last videos for Life is Destroy. So I'll see you next time.